Hello and welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you for joining me. I'm really hoping that you can't hear the noise that is Alexa downstairs because I'm directly above my son's room, but no matter where I go in the house, you can still hear it. Now they're busy painting, so I can't complain because it's a job I actually really enjoy, but I hate the before and after, the preparing and then the cleaning up after. So I'm really hoping that you can't hear, and if you can, it's not too bad. Anyway, so this week has been a really good week for me. I've been on plan and I've discovered that actually writing things down is probably the way to go. So as you will have seen this week, I've introduced a little food journal. Now I have had one before. I had the Slimming World one back a few years ago and probably wrote in it twice, and that was the end of that. But this week I really feel, especially after the gain last week, that I needed to do something just to make myself even more accountable, because even though I'm taking the photos, I'm recording the videos, there was a pound gain, so there must have been something that was creeping in or that I wasn't doing that I should have been. Because as we all know, if we're 100% food optimizing, we will lose weight. Not wanting to preach, but that's the truth. So for me, I went to Home Bargains. I picked up that lovely little $1.99, that's all it was, food diary, and it's really good. It's got a shopping list in there, it's got things that motivate you. It's really good. For $1.99 you cannot go wrong, so I will recommend those if you are looking for one. Did I forget it all? Yes, I did. Just for one day, well, it wasn't even the whole day, it was one afternoon, it was after my lunch, and the following morning I checked back and I hadn't written in it. So there was only one day, and then I just made sure that wherever I was, it was with me. That's definitely something that I will need to remember, is just to take it with me, especially when we go back to work and things like that. Just take it with me wherever I am, so that I've got it there, because I am the type of person, and I'm the same with texting and phone calls. If I don't do it straight away, I won't do it at all. But I think the next step, naturally, because I should be doing it already, and I have mentioned it in videos before and I'm still not doing it now, measuring my milk. Now, at a guess, I probably don't have all of my milk in one day, but that is just a guess. If I were to measure it out, I might surprise myself. So that is something that I do definitely need to introduce, and will probably be something that I start doing this week. I generally will not have both healthy extra A's, because unless I'm having something with cheese on, then I don't. If I'm having something like a chili or a pizza, that's when I'll use the second, and that's probably where I'll find that I possibly am going over, so that will be something that I need to curb. But I'm going to start doing it this week. I've got a little, I think it's just a glass Starbucks bottle or something, that's been in the cupboard for ages with the intention of me doing this, but I haven't started yet. So that is going to be what I start doing this week. That's my new thing. We'll see how that goes. Food wise, what have I enjoyed this week? Well, my favourite thing, and I had it twice, but the second time I didn't put the mushrooms in, is the pita pizza. Now, if you haven't already tried the pita pizzas, I highly recommend them. If you've got mushrooms in your house, and I did them like a creamy garlic mushroom with the reduced fat soft cheese, so there were sins involved. Obviously check the app, because what I tell you today may not be the right ones for when you're looking at this video. I stuffed it with the creamy garlic mushroom. So I opened the pita, put the mushrooms inside, and then topped the pizza as you normally would. So with just some tomato puree, and then whatever toppings you want, some cheese for your healthy extra A. And it was absolutely divine. I can't even tell you how insanely delicious it was. Try it. Honestly, you won't be disappointed. The other thing that I tried this week, I was naughty, I made 2 desserts. And bizarrely I made them on the same day, which probably wasn't the best thing to do, but it was good. I made the Haribo jellies that I saw on the 2 Sinberries channel, which were really lovely, and they definitely half a sin each they worked out at, 2 sins for the whole mixture. Literally is sugar-free jelly, put the boiling water, mix in the yogurt, and then put the cold water on top, separates itself when it's cooling, pop it in the fridge. Gorgeous. Something just to, I don't know, give a quick sweet fix between your dinner and your tea, or something for a dessert or an afters after your tea. Loved them, really loved them. Really nice. And the other thing I made on the same day was cheesecake. Now, the way that I made this cheesecake, I could have saved myself so many sins. And I'd been looking at there's so many recipes out there for cheesecake if you haven't already looked. So many. There were ones with gelatin in, there were ones that had biscuit bases, there were ones that had the hi-fi bases. So I decided that for my first one I wanted to have like a proper cheesecake. So I went with the reduced fat digestives, not really looking at how much less they were than the original digestives. Turns out they're about half a sin less. So I put 6 of those in, a lot of sins because they're 3.5 each. So that was 21 sins already. Then I used quark for the topping bit, the cheesecakey bit, and that worked out obviously free, but I put soft cheese in with it. So I think I used half just because I wanted it to taste. But interestingly, I don't think it would have made a difference if I didn't use it. I'm going to try it next time. So what I'm going to try next time, I've decided, oh, hang on, sorry. I did put butter in with the digestives as well. I think that worked out at 9 sins, off the top of my head. Anyway, the whole mixture started off being 45 sins. But then I used the little goo dessert pots, and by the time I separated it all out, I couldn't use the whole of the cheesecake mixture. So it ended up being 35, I worked it out to be, I think, no, 36. And then it was 9 sins per cheesecake, which actually is not that bad, because when I was looking at the Miss Molly's ones from Tesco's, you know, the little dessert pot size ones, they were about 13.5, some of them. Now there are others out there that I saw were 10.5, and then I thought, why didn't I just have one of those? Because it's only 1.5 sins more, and it probably would have been less time. But there's something about a homemade cheesecake, and it really, I don't know, it was lovely. It was really tasty. It really did hit the spot. Jeff didn't like it, but my friend liked it, and my mother liked it. So obviously decide for yourselves if you ever do try it. But I think what I'm going to try next time is, and I was talking to my consultant about this in the Zoom meeting yesterday, was doing the hi-fi bar, melting that in the microwave, using that as the base, see, as your healthy extra, and then just using quark on the top. I think I used some vanilla syrup because I didn't have any essence. I've got some now because Megan picked it from Home Bargains. Haven't had it for ages. Every time I go to the shops, there's none. Tesco's, Aldi, didn't have any of the just the little Madagascar vanilla anywhere, but now I've got some, so thank you, Home Bargains. So I think next time I'm just going to try it with the hi-fi, put the hi-fi bar in the goo dessert pot, or half, however much. I'm just going to experiment with it, and then do it with a quark, maybe some vanilla, and see how that goes. I might even do that today because I'm really fancying it now. I am. I love cheesecake. It is my absolute favourite dessert of all time. But I like leche flan as well. That's like a creme caramel, like a Filipino version, but that is so many sins. Anyway, how did I get on this week? Well, I food optimised, I wrote everything down, and I lost £2. So I was really, really happy with that. I think I say this every week. I think I say I'm really, really happy with that, even when it's like £0.5 or, but you know what? I am grateful for those little ones as well. Even though I know, I am aware that I could have been losing more. My goodness me, I think for the first time around I was doing Slimming World back in 2016. I lost 3 stone by this time. I'm not far behind because I'm on 2 stone 4 now, so total loss so far is 2 stone 4 pounds. And considering it's been lockdown and we've all been sort of confined to houses and sometimes just had to wing it with what food we've got left over because we couldn't get to the shops and things. So I'm really pleased with that, I really am. And you'll all know what I'm talking about because you've all been in the same situation. Also this week, I am absolutely thrilled to have hit 500 subscribers. Now, when I started this channel, I never ever thought that it could end up being and I know to some people that does not sound like a lot because you've got thousands, but to me the fact that people want to watch the content that I'm creating is just amazing, and I love that. And I've had such absolutely lovely messages in the comments. Honestly, it really is, it's really touching. And to think that, I mean, some people have even said that I'm having an impact on their days, on their meals, and that is absolutely what I wanted when I started doing this. And it is really humbling, it really is. So thank you so much if you're a new subscriber, if you're a recent subscriber, or if you've been here for a long time. I really appreciate you, thank you. Yeah, I do. And when I'm sat here talking, it's really strange because I'm probably a lot more comfortable on camera now than I ever used to be. And it is quite awkward when you first start, or even as you're going along, because I'm just sat here and it's like I'm talking to a friend. But when I first started, I just found it really awkward. So I might even go back and have a look at those early videos just to see what I looked like and how I was. But I am a lot more comfortable now, and it is, and I think that's the way you've got to treat it. You've just got to treat it like you're talking to a friend. Yeah. So you're all my friends. Thanks. And you know what? That's the other thing. You do feel like you're making these lovely friends when you're making these videos as well, because you're in touch with different people and it goes to different levels then. So even on, you know, your Instagram, and you're messaging people that I actually do now consider friends, which is probably a little bit strange because I've never met them, but that is what it feels like. It's really weird, but lovely at the same time. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Have a really good week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.